Staying with the breaking news updates that are coming in now, the Punjab police as of now and attributed to sources, Punjab police denying a terror attack as of now. That's the breaking news update now coming in. Punjab police denying any terror attack. Sources adding that the explosive kept in the office in the Intel headquarters exploded. Sources adding that the blast cannot be called a terrorist incident yet. That's the breaking news update that we are getting in. And as per the press release and the press communique released by the Mohali police, the press release released by the Mohali police, a minor explosion. I repeat, a minor explosion was reported at the Punjab Police Intelligence Headquarters in Sector 77, SAS Nagar at around 7:45 p.m. No damage has been reported. Senior officers are on the spot. Investigation is being done. Forensic teams have been called. But as of this minute, it's not being officially called as a terror attack. Sources in the Punjab police denying that any terror attack took place, claiming that the explosive kept in the office, that is the police intelligence office, had exploded, and that the blast is not a terrorist incident as of now is what they are saying. No damage has been reported according to the more detailed press release that has come in now. As per the press release by the Mohali police, a minor explosion was reported at the Punjab Police Intelligence Headquarters in Sector 77 around 7:45 p.m. No damage reported. Senior officers are on the spot. Investigation is being carried out and forensic teams have been called in. Let me go across also to Shawan, my colleague joining me live on the broadcast. Shawan, they're denying a terror attack. Pictures show that there was an explosion or there was some damage to the building, or at least that's the initial assessment. What are you hearing?
Well, in fact, Niranjan, let's just quickly go through the official details that are coming in and then perhaps also tell our viewers a little bit that we have picked up from multiple sources. One, they are saying that this has happened around 7:45 this evening. The reports came in only around 9:30 this evening when there was heavy deployment that was done in and around that very area. This explosion took place inside the Punjab Intelligence Headquarters. This was on the 3rd floor. The extent of damage that we are being told has been spread across 2 rooms, is what we have been told by our sources there. There's been not one official statement, however, essentially indicating that there's not been a major damage that has taken place. So, what's the explosive that has been that's been used, or rather that has exploded? It's an RPG, is what we are picking up. But having said that, as of now, multiple other sources, not just the Punjab Police, also the Intelligence Bureau, Centre's Intelligence Bureau, indicating that they are saying that they cannot basically term this as a terrorist attack. That's what is being pointed out. It's a preliminary assessment that has been done. But having said that, this is an information that has already been put out by the district administration.
Yes.
Now, it remains to be seen. 2 very important questions. One, explosives that were inside the very building that were of the intelligence intelligence headquarters in itself raises some questions. We'll have to get some more information from
Shawan, if I can just interrupt you there for a few seconds.
In that very building.
Shawan, just interrupting you there for a few seconds. I think we have Dr. S.P. Vaid, who's a former DGP of Jammu and Kashmir. Mr. Vaid, the fact that this sort of an explosion has taken place now, prima facie, the police denying a terrorist attack. Now, the Punjab police sources saying it was not a terrorist attack and that explosives stored in the office exploded is what the source-based input is to the media. I wanted your response to that.
See, the preliminary report shows there is some projectile fired, but actually the bomb disposal squad, after it examines what kind of blast it is, what kind of material has been used, is it internal explosive which has exploded, or is it fired from outside, is it fired from a distance? You could fire even a rocket-propelled projectile from a distance. So all these aspects need to be actually seen by the expert team which has to examine the spot. But whatever has happened, it is a serious security lapse because Punjab Police Intelligence Headquarters should be highly protected and guarded. And something like this happening, even if it is internal, it is a serious security lapse. That is my personal feeling.
Right, and would it be? I mean, looking at whether and then the kind of explosive that went off or was fired, because either is not ruled out, Mr. Ved, and I'm sure you've seen these pictures. Is it are such explosives stored in intelligence headquarters? That looks like a prima facie, according to reports, that it could have been an RPG.
The pictures I'm seeing on the TV, it looks like an RPG. But I think let's leave it to the expert teams. Let them examine the bomb disposal squad, what kind of material it is, and how did it explode, how did it come, whether it came from outside. If it has come from outside, you could see the marking on the windows, the breaking of the windows. So if it is internal, then it could be, you can see after examining the site. So let's wait for their opinion.
Right. I think my colleague Shravan has a question for you, Mr. Ved. Shravan, yes, go ahead, Shravan.
Dr. Ved, just to put this into perspective, because a lot of questions are already coming to the fore. One, this was basically the intelligence headquarters of the Punjab police. So the fact that some explosives that were already kept inside the building raises some amount of suspicion. Secondly, if you look at the nature of the damage that has actually taken place, this is on the third floor of the building is what I'm being told, Dr. Ved. And if you look at the extent of the damage that has actually taken place, while the administration is playing it down by saying that there is no damage whatsoever, just your preliminary assessment by just looking at those pictures. And can we really rule out a terrorist attack at this point in time?
Let bomb disposal squad examine, the experts go there on the spot, examine the spot, and then after seeing all the aspects, they should come to a conclusion. And let me mention here, with the new government coming, I think there are attempts, renewed attempts from across to revive Khalistan terrorism, and the new government and the Punjab police has to be very, very careful. That is what I personally feel, because if you see last few weeks, the way incidents are increasing, I think we need to be very, very careful, both the central agencies and state police forces.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Ved. Thank you, sir. Let me go across also to my colleague Amandeep, who's on the spot there. He's in Mohali. He's right now on the spot. Amandeep, if you can give us an idea of what the police there is telling you.
जो तस्वीरें हम देख रहे हैं लगातार अपनी स्क्रीन पे दर्शकों को दिखा रहे हैं, उससे ये साफ कोई नॉर्मल अटैक नहीं था। रॉकेट प्रोपेल्ड ग्रेनेड कितनी बार यूज होता है, कितनी बार देखा गया। हालांकि पंजाब में आजकल एक्सप्लोसिव रिकवर कर आईईडी रिकवर करना बहुत नॉर्मल, लेकिन जो रॉकेट प्रोपेल्ड आरपीजी चलाना और वो भी पंजाब पुलिस के इंटेलिजेंस के हेडक्वार्टर पे चलाना एक बहुत बड़ा सवाल खड़ा करता है। देखिए तस्वीर इसके बाद पुलिस की गाड़ियां आ रही हैं, जा रही हैं, इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रही है, मुख्यमंत्री ने रिपोर्ट मांग ली है, अंदर से बिल्डिंग डैमेज चला हुआ आरपीजी है वो रिकवर हो चुका, फोरेंसिक टीम भी है उस पे इन्वेस्टिगेशन करने के लिए, उस वहां से पता चलेगा कि वो आया कहां से है और कितनी कैपेसिटी का था वो, और क्या ये जो फायर किया गया था वो बिल्डिंग को उड़ाने के लिए किया गया था। बिल्डिंग के टूटे हुए शीशे इस चीज की गवाह है कि किस तरह से और कितना डैमेज चुका है। ये तस्वीरें आप देख सकते हैं। डीजीपी आर.एन. ढोके जो है कुछ ही देर पहले निकले हैं, वो काफी समय से यहाँ मौजूद थे। उन्होंने सारी सिचुएशन का जायजा लिया कि आखिर क्या हो रहा था, और उसके बाद जो सरकार जो अपनी स्टेटमेंट जारी कर रही है उसको सिचुएशन को मैनेज करने की कोशिश कर रही है कि ये कोई बहुत बड़ा अटैक नहीं था, ये कोई बहुत बड़ी घटना नहीं थी और बहुत ज्यादा डैमेज नहीं हुआ था। लेकिन एक पंजाब पुलिस का ऐसा ऑफिस जहां पे परिंदा भी पर नहीं मार सकता इजाजत के बिना, उस पे आरपीएल का अटैक होना कितने एक बड़े सवाल खड़े करता है। क्योंकि इस सारी रोड की तस्वीरें हम दिखा देते हैं, हर तरफ पुलिस ही पुलिस यहाँ पे खड़ी है इस समय, कि पुलिस की जो चौकसी है वो पूरी बढ़ा दी गई है। अगर इसी तरह से अटैक्स पंजाब में बढ़ते गए तो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन होगी, इसका सरकार को पता है और ना ही लोगों को पता है कि किस तरह से ये लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन जो है हाथ से निकलती जा रही है।
Yeah, let's go across also to
आतंकियों का
that's a live report being sent to us from Amandeep, who's there in Mohali. Let me go across also to Mr. M.M. Kajuria, former DGP, joining us on the phone line. He's served in Jammu and Kashmir. Mr. Kajuria, this is a development that's come in from Mohali of what looks like some sort of an explosion. Looks like an RPG that was either fired or went off. The police has not issued any official statement confirming an attack. In fact, there are reports to the contrary, denying any attack. What do you make of the picture, sir?
You see, the situation in Punjab has been going in this particular direction for now a couple of months, and if I may say so, for a couple of years. Because if you recall, the cassettes regarding the Khalistan movement and Lindrawala have been circulating for a long time. And there will be reports that Pakistan, ISI, has started training the Khalistanis once again. So whether this report is confirmed or not, the situation is pointing to a particular direction, and it is absolutely necessary that Punjab is kept under very serious watch, and we must ensure that the Punjab government either performs or is replaced by President rule. Because we cannot afford to take any chances in respect to Punjab, particularly when there have been news of the ruling party getting funds from Canada and other countries who are pro-Khalistan sort of outfits.
Thank you, Mr. Kajuria, for joining us. Thank you, sir. Thank you for speaking to Republic TV. So, huge concern there. In fact, let's once again give you the details of what we have known so far of the reports that are coming in. The latest report that came in from Punjab regarding the explosion at the intelligence headquarters of the police in Punjab. The Chief Minister of Punjab, Bhagwant Mann, has taken complete information. He's taken a lowdown about this explosion from the DGP of Punjab. The Chief Minister, Bhagwant Mann, is also in constant touch with officers, getting a brief on what happened a little after 7:45. We are told somewhere around 7:45 is when that explosion was reported.